Well, hello, good evening. Well, it is good morning, but good evening for Fox, and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox. You're on the panel this morning as my mate Fox with the team news.
And the team news is McGregor in goal, James Taverner, Connor Goldson, Nico Katic and Barisic. A middle three of Jack Kamara Arfield. And Aribo, Kent and Morelos up front. Substitutes are Fotheringham, Edmondson, Halliday, Polster, Parker, Stewart and Jermaine Defoe.
Ojo never made the bench, so we might see Greg Stewart, as a lot of people have been asking. So the exact same team as Thursday night. Is that justified for you, Fox?
Well, it's a hard run of games, mate, and I think he's putting out the best available to him.
Just ticking them off. 4 games to go to the break, yeah?
Aye. I think the hard-working Jack Kamara and Arfield will be put to the test today again, so let's hope they can survive for this tough game at Motherwell today.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, Motherwell made the press for the off-field stuff, but it's always a tough game at Fir Park, yeah?
Oh, I'm expecting a very physical game. Don't expect they'll do anything else, although they have been noted for playing a wee bit of football this season. So
will they do that against us, Fox?
No, they'll not do that against us, mate. They'll kick us all out of the park as they normally do.
Aye, and go direct, because I think teams know that if they have a game of football against us, what will happen is we'll win, and we'll win comfortably, yeah?
Aye, well, they're on a good 3-match winning run at the moment. Scored 8 goals, none against. They beat St Johnstone 4-0, won 3-0 away to St Mirren, and then beat Hearts 1-0. So they're not losing many goals, mate. So it'll be a test for us today.
They'll be looking to go third after the final whistle, but I think for us, we need to be top of the table once this game's finished today. No if, buts or maybe. I think we need to be top of the table, Fox, really do.
Oh, aye, we've got to keep the pressure on the Jungle Gyms who play later on today, and let's hope we can do that successfully.
So, no changes to the team. People were talking about bringing in, maybe Stewart was a popular shout for a lot of people. I think he's got to go in the park, maybe half an hour, and then fight for a starting place. I think the boy's been unlucky not to get substitute appearances. I'm not saying starts, Fox.
Aye, well, we've got to put out our strongest side during this run up.
Welcome to the EE voicemail. I'm sorry, but the person you've called is not available.
Oh, sorry about that.
All right, I'm sure they'll be right back with us.
Aye, we will do. We've been joined by Jimmy anyway.
Have we?
Aye. Anyway, where we?
Good morning, boys. How are yous?
Was Mass running late today, was it?
Oh, Mass, aye. Mass hysteria.
Good to hear your voice.
I was waiting you playing the Rocky theme tune there, but...
Oh, no.
How you doing, guys? All right?
All right, mate. Have you seen the team?
Aye, I've got the team and I heard Fox's
Welcome to the EE
tones there. Same, which is I'm pleased about. I heard what you're saying about Stewart there. I'd like to have seen him get a run out. We were talking about it the other night, but it's a team going forward. Obviously, it's the same team. Play that, see how it goes out.
I'm sorry.
I heard what you were saying regarding this will be a hard game for us. They have been playing some no bad football.
I just cut across you. Can the caller stop phoning us? We'll bring you in, mate. Yeah. If you hang up, just wait patiently. Within a few seconds, Old School will bring you into the call. Be patient.
Be patient. I've seen a bit of Motherwell obviously throughout the season and obviously when we play them. So you're right, Ox. Yeah, I mean the only thing for us is to be top of the league before the puddle drinkers play, because I know they're playing at their midden, but I think they'll have a hard game today because Jack Ross has got them playing better than they have, and let's hope that they can maybe drop something there. But first and foremost, we need to take care of this game. 3 points is a must.
Oh, it's arguably we've played these 3 games, mate, and they all feel into insignificance now. This is what it's all about. And
100%.
Unbelievable. Well, if people want to join us, what's the number, Fox?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and you'll be brought in by the voluptuous Old School Blue. Remember, if you call in, you hang up or whatever, and you'll be called straight back. So don't keep calling in. Once you get through, the guys will know you're there.
Here. What's happening with that, Fox, is most of the time you're phoning people back, they're still trying to phone us. Is that correct?
Aye, that's correct.
Aye, okay. We'll be joined by Bournemouth Bear. Morning, Bournemouth Bear.
Morning, boys. All right.
Morning, Bournemouth.
Fox.
Another big game.
Is it still morning? Is it morning, Fox, or still the middle of the night for you?
Middle of the night.
Aye, it is a big game, mate. It's arguably bigger in some respects than Thursday night as far as the whole season's concerned, which is mental, really, when you think of the money that was involved in Thursday nights. What could have happened to Thursday night, you know?
It's just about getting it away and all, hopefully, in it, and then we move on to Friday night and that'll be another. Every game, it's just going to keep going like this now, boys, isn't it? The rest of the season, every game's a big game. But we can maybe put a wee marker and put that pressure on them a day. We've got the early game. It's no really interesting top of the league just now, but just put them under a bit of pressure. Get the 3 points, and then it's over to them at 3 o'clock, you know?
Mate, I just think it's vital that we win the day, JFK.
Aye.
Because if we're not sitting top of the league after this day, we could. But it's then not in our hands. That's the problem you've got. And I know there's loads of football to be played, but the tide would turn against us. I think it's imperative we win the day.
You don't want a 2-point advantage turning into a 5 Ox. You're 100% right there. You know, no matter what happens at Pedo Dome, what we need to make sure is that we win the day, go to the top of the league, and a good hour before their game finishes. Then that gives us a chance to hopefully see something happen, because that's the way it is now. I mean, it wasn't that for a few years. We're always looking at our shooter. Everybody else, but now we're looking at them and hoping that they get a poor result that we got a couple of weeks ago. So, let's win the game. And I was even go as far as say I'd go for a bridge, man. That would do as long as we come out at the end of the 90 odd minutes with a 3 points, and that's all we're wanting. And I'm thinking this team's very capable of doing it, definitely.
This team will make chances, Bournemouth Bear. So I don't see a bridge.
No, I think they'll be good. Motherwell have been scoring goals and all. I think was it Fox that touched on that a few minutes back. Motherwell have been goals in that game today. We need to keep it tight at the back. But as you say, I know going forward we need to make sure. And we can't just rely on Alfie again. I know we said it the other night. We need others around about him to start chipping in with some goals. So maybe get a rebuild and Kent. I'm looking for a big game for Kent today. Kent was a wee bit disappointing the other night. I'm hoping he maybe steps up to the plate today. I hope the rebuild's alright. He looked a bit jaded towards the end of the game, you know, running out of gas.
But that's fine for me. If he's fit and he gives us 60 minutes and we change him with Greg Stewart, that's what the squad's about.
I see Ojo's not on the bench, so at least Greg Stewart will maybe get a chance there.
I know I would get Ojo for his Christmas.
Aye. A one-way bus ticket.
Oh, I wouldn't put him on a bus, mate. I wouldn't be that cruel.
You let him fly.
But a boy's just, I don't think it's working for the boy, and you've got to be fair. He might go somewhere else and do okay, but at the moment it's not working for him, you know. But it's not all about one player. You mentioned Kent there, and I'll go to Fox. Bournemouth said he was quiet on Thursday night. I'll go as far to say that he's not been his best the last 3 games.
I would agree with that. I don't know if he's instructed to cut inside all the time, but he seems to be beating players and then running into trouble. I'd like to see him get to the byline. He can get there and put the balls back into the box rather than running into trouble all the time. He's a terrific wee player. It's just that he's no hot top form yet for me since he came back, apart from one game, I would say.
JFK.
I'd agree with that. I think we've all been disappointed the last 3 games with his performances, He's got to live up to that £7 million price tag, that we're all expecting him to come and do great things. So I think he'll get a chance to shine today against a team like Motherwell. And I'm hoping he performs really well for us, obviously. But I think he owes us a couple of decent performances because we want to finish this section of before the winter break unbeaten, and we've got to start that today. The last 3 games haven't been fantastic, apart from obviously the European night. But we don't want this first half, second half syndrome, or first hour, last half hour. We're not that good, Oxia. So we need to play for the full 90 minutes, and Ryan Kent's got a big part to play in that.
For me, the minimum we can get at least 4 games is 10 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how we get that 10 points, but 3 wins and a draw today, and 3 wins would still put us in an alright position. But we need to take minimum.
Can I just jump in there? You've got to remember that in this period, Oxia, Dale have played a game more than us.
Which is just it just shows you the power of TV, doesn't it?
Yeah. So that's imperative that we come out here unbeaten or be winning, as you say, 10 points, because they've got that one game to play. I mean, you're better having a game under your belt in your pocket than having it as a game in hand. So let's hope that you're right. 10 points is a minimum for me as well.
That's a minimum. Anyway, we've been joined by Bear Down Under. Evening to you, morning to us, Bear Down Under.
How are we, Oxia? You alright?
I'm alright, my good man. Your good self?
I'm still struggling away with it. It's absolutely roasting here, mate. We've just had 4 days. Fourth day.
Stop that.
41 degrees.
Thanks for the call.
41 degrees.
4 days of 40 degrees and over, so my aircon's broke, so don't even start your carry on. I'm telling you right now. I've worked back home. I'm a plumber and I've done underground bus and all the rest of it, but I'll tell you something. The weather here is absolutely atrocious when you've got to start working in the sun, man. So I'm not looking for your fucking sympathy.
There was 2 days. There was 2 days last year. 2 days last year where we had that problem, Jimmy, wasn't there?
Aye, definitely. Aye. 2 days.
Anyway, let's start talking about football.
Aye. On you go, Bear. No, it's down under, Bear.
Yeah, right.
I need a drink. I'm all right, pal.
Good to hear from
you. On you go, Bear. Then give your thoughts on the team and give your thoughts on how things are going.
I'll tell you something. The manager really backs Arfield, didn't he? He's in the team again. I thought he'd have mixed it up and swap it up, but he really does back him in the first 11. I know he's critical of Arfield, but he does, he doesn't really leave on the bench, does he? Is that a fair comment? I thought he'd have been maybe had a bit of a breather today.
With Davis being injured in the King thing, though, we are, believe it or not, for all we talked at the start of the season with too many midfielders, there's a shortage in there of players that have played. I mean, obviously you've got Bud Jonas and Docherty and that, but they've not been near the first team, mate. They've not been near.
Guys, I'm still even though the game during the week, was a bit of a highlight, but I'm still struggling with what happened last weekend. I know I've not been on, I've not really spoken about it. I know you don't want to touch too much on it, but
it was so
guys, where I watched the game. Oh, I mean, I just want to touch on something that really highlighted for me. That was I think for every Rangers supporter as went through was I left the venue where I watched the game, and I walked out the door and there was guys. I'm born in '84, but there was young boys maybe in their late teens, early 20s. Mate, they were absolutely in their hands and tears greeting after that result. They've not seen what we are lucky to see with Rangers, and they absolutely just crave success.
It's coming, mate.
And it was absolutely
It's coming.
I know that it's coming. I know it's coming. But what I'm saying, the past 8 years is, anybody that wants to keep that is in it, we're absolutely craving for success. And I know it's going to come, but I was absolutely devastated seeing young grown men in their fans. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to touch too much on that noise and that. But anyway, you look as if you got a caller coming, so I'll let that come in.
Somebody's doing some fixing. I don't know who it is, but we'll be joined by Bridgman. Morning, Bridge.
Morning, guys. How are we this morning?
The HR will be having a word with you.
Aye. My wife says to me, "What time's your forum on?" I says, "I'll probably be on about 12:15 because it's a 12:30 kickoff." And I thought, I'll go and look and check that. So apologies to everybody.
Ignorance is not an excuse, JFK.
Of course not.
Definitely, Bridgeman. Just be a wee bit more attentive to your timekeeping in future, will we, please?
Thanks, Jimmy.
That sounds like an official warning, Bridge.
That's shocking, isn't it?
Morning, Bridge. How are you, my friend?
All right, pal. Thanks. All right, aye.
Good man.
Obviously, JFK's had the speech once or twice.
Yeah. Better believe it.
You seen the team, Bridge?
I'm looking at it right now.
Exact same team as Thursday, and a couple of changes on the bench.
I think that's done as well on Thursday. So hopefully we can start off the same way we did on Thursday and go to town on them.
Mm-hmm. All right, mate. All right. We've also been joined by Cairo. Morning, Cairo. Come off a mute, Cairo. You're on mute. Press the button. No.
What? That better. How's that?
Oh, you talking to yourself there, Cairo?
I wasn't. No, I just said hello and I was waiting on you saying something. You've obviously been sitting there pondering, going, "Oh no, he's done a bridge, man."
Done a bridge, man. That's the official term, mate. Are you surprised there's no changes in the team? I'm no, mate.
I'm slightly surprised. I would have expected some changes on it. And as I put on the thing, I was really busy on Thursday. I hadn't much time. I was watching the game surreptitiously on my phone because you weren't allowed phones in the place I was in. So I did manage to text you same again. You know what I'd been talking about.
Ultimately, we got a result, but we just didn't see through the line to win the group. I get your point, mate.
Okay, so I'll not dwell on it, but with the same chance today, Ox, it's the same sort of a scenario, you know.
We need to win. We need to win the day, as far as I'm concerned, mate.
I think we're going to win the day as well. That's why I think a wee change would have been different.
Who would you have changed then? Who would you put in?
I honestly don't know, but I'd have taken Zojo on the bench.
Ojo's not even in the squad, mate.
Oh, good. Okay, well that's one change that I'd have done. I think you've got to bring Stewart in this time.
I think Stewart will get some minutes today.
Aye. So Arfield's starting for the start, is he?
Aye, midfield, mate. Aribo on the right. That's the way it looks to me. Bear down under, then Bournemouth.
I would. I like to look at Aribo the other night for the first 60 minutes. I thought, hold on a minute, we could have found a position on the front three on that right hand side. I thought maybe we'll get Stevie Gerrard's pulled something at the back here, but he just faded. He maybe got a bit tired. I don't know, mate.
I think Sunday. I thought Sunday caught up with him. I thought he should have been substituted personally because it was obviously.
What do you mean, What do you mean, Sunday? Are you talking about the? All right, okay, yeah, but that looked the same. So what you're trying to say is that in 60 minutes it looks as if he's died in both games. Is that what you're saying, Oxshire?
Potentially that's maybe happened because it's a new position for him, and I think the emotion for a young guy it took more out of him than you realised. I thought he was excellent, arguably our best player for the first 60 minutes on Thursday night, and then you could see him. So
what do you deem as a young guy? Where did we make the cut off of
you
young guy? All right.
There, don't ask him that question. He'll say he's
no, but genuinely,
you
no,
and
guys.
Me,
when did we? All right. No, but when do we genuinely look at what is the cut-off? What's the start? When do we stop?
He's no 17. He's early 20s. But listen, there's a different.
He's 23.
There's expectations and pressure comes with who are playing for our club that he'll never experience.
Absolutely.
Away to Pittodrie, which is a different game. An all firm cup final with the emotion that was involved in that, because we deserve to win, we all agree. And then you've got a European tie to get through. He's never played in games like that, so he's building up his experience. He's no 17-year-old kid, but he's never played in a lot of games like that. Remember, it wasn't as if he was playing in the English League for 5 years. He went and played non-league football as well. You know, he's grown into it.
He was a late developer, wasn't he? I totally agree.
Different horses for different courses, I think. I mean, you've got late developers, but in a general sense, between 17 to 22, I think people are learning. I mean, you're going to have good games, bad games. You're going to have periods where they get through different things. Between 23 and 26, players should be at that stage where they're making less and less mistakes. You know, they're getting to the stage where you say, well, this guy's going to be doing something. You know, this guy's really it could achieve his potential. And for 26 to 30, that's where they either make it or they don't make it. But between 17 and 23, you're going to have off games and half games. You want less yet as you approach that 2022. And if you take some of the players, the experience at Oxy's, and if you're playing in teams where you're playing in Europe, you're playing big games all the time and that sort of thing, you're always challenging for finals, then I think it brings that down a wee bit. You know, if you're starting that when you're 18 and 19, then by the time you get to 24, 25, you've experienced all that. So you should be where an average player would be about 26. You'd be getting that. You should be getting that about 24, 25, that couple of years earlier. So I think you've got to balance all that out when you're talking about players, when they're young, when they're no young, when they're experienced, when they're no. It depends on what they've done. But that, I think there's a general line between 17, a young raw laddie coming in at 17, you're not expecting him to put the world on fire. You expect them to play with a wee bit, you know, just abandonment, you know, just go for it, rawness. And you see something there, and then other players, you see a wee bit culture, and they develop later on, and you start to see a fit of brain coming through and all that type of thing. So that's my sort of always been my
rule of thumb, Cairo.
Rule of thumb, aye. But the pluses and minuses either side for the various other aspects that you mentioned. You know, playing big games, 5 big games in a week, or 6 big games in a couple of months, a month kind of thing. You know, that sort of thing.
JFK, Bournemouth seems to interrupt it. JFK, if Stephen Davis had been playing, I think he would have played arguably the last 2 matches. If he'd been fit, he'd have played the last 2 matches. So we would have had maybe a competition between Aribo and Arfield, and there might have been a rotation there that we've not had.
Aye, absolutely, definitely. I mean, we have missed him the last 2 games and that, so we can see that. But competition's good. But going on to what you're talking about if you're good enough or young enough, or you want to put it. But my way of looking at it is, I think between 17 and 20 is what you would deem as an apprenticeship, maybe 21. And there'll be mistakes made along the line of it. But I've always thought once you get to about 20, 21, you should be starting to come into your own then. And then once you get to the 24, 25, then you should be really an established player. You know, so that you should be kicking on. And they say a player's peaks between 27 to 30, maybe 31. So that's the way I would see it. But as regards Aribo and Arfield, I think there could have, if Stephen Davis was fit, there probably would be some sort of rotation there. As I've always said, I mean, I know it's wishing. No, I just wish we'd have got Stephen Davis back a couple of years before we did. You know, because at some point in some of the games, he's looked like the old Stephen Davis that we had before. So
I wish he was playing his 12th season, mate.
Aye, that's what I'm saying. Without a doubt, because you know you can see it. Even at the age he is, you know, he's probably got another decent couple of 2 years in him. Maybe playing a bit more deeper role. Definitely we've missed him, and we will miss him today because they'll put themselves about Motherwell, but they're also they can play some no bad fit. But let's not take it away from them. I've watched them a couple of times, I said before, and they're not a bad team. They're all right. You know, so
And you Cumbridge, yeah.
Right, but I was just going to say that as far as Aribo was concerned, And what you were talking about, Stephen Davis, him missing the last couple of games there has given us that chance to see the likes of young Aribo. And for 2 games there, Aribo's been outstanding. Particularly the European game. Absolutely fantastic first probably 60 minutes. And you started to see it fading. He was wonderful at cutting their diagonal balls. He was wonderful managing to cut them out, reading the game properly. But I think the legs started to go, and obviously you know yourself, we played football. When the legs start to go, the brain starts to make different decisions, you know. And he was maybe a yard away from these cutouts that he was getting successful in the first half. But I think we saw the best of him. And what a sight that was! Well, marvelous.
I'll go to Cairo and then Bear Down Under. Cairo, is there a player there for you? And you're a hard judge, remember?
Aribo.
Aye.
I've still to be. He's shown flashes, but he's not done it consistently enough. I think when he's got space and he can go, and we're playing well, and he's playing in a team that's moving about well, then I think you could maybe play him. But I think when the going gets tough, I think he wilts a bit.
Okay, so
whereas with Camera, if we contrast that with Camera, Ox, Camera is consistent, and when he's playing really well, he plays really well. But when he's playing bad, he plays okay, and he doesn't hide, and he gets in his tackles. Aribo seems to wilt and go away. I'm just trying to figure out, where.
But is maybe this forward position more suited for Aribo? If we stumbled on something, sometimes you need to be lucky.
I think it is, but if he doesn't wilt, and I think it's that wilting bit that's getting me. That's actually, I'm not saying I don't know if they're a player there, because you need that heart, you need that dig. Now, Camera to me does have that. He's got that dig, and it's just a matter of keeping his skill level up, mate. Because some of the time you get yourself in positions where you wonder how he got out it, but he does it so neatly. He's got quick feet, and he does come back, and he does tackle. And I think he's a bit of an unsung hero with the Rangers supporters. He works hard.
He also puts the team under a lot of pressure at times with some of his blind passes, mate. That's a flaw he's got in his game, and slack passes. He got Jack booked for a simple 5-yard pass.
Yeah, the simple 5-yard passes, Oxford. Anybody will tell you that's played football, the simple 5-yard passes are the ones that make the difference, and they're the hardest ones to play because they look that simple, but you can either overhit it or underhit it, and if you underhit it, you put your pal in a blue light position.
That's what he done. He underhit it.
Yeah.
Bear Down Under, what's your thoughts on Aribo?
Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I'm just putting the pool cover back on.
All right, okay.
Sorry, I'm coming in. I've been listening sorry.
He's really taking the P as JFK.
I'm going to give my button in a minute.
I'll just check the pool. Pool's 32 degrees. It's absolutely roasting. But
phone Brownlee, get him round there and tell me.
He's even worse. Anyway, but I think the jury's still. I'm more concerned. I'm not concerned about Aribo's ability. It's more is he cut out for Ibrox? When you look at the boy Ajaria last year, he had ability and in abundance, but is he going to be able to go with the criticism, the hype, living in the fishbowl? That's my main concerns. I think the boy's got an absolute wand of a left foot. I love the way he goes about his business, but can he deal with being a Rangers player? Time will tell. But I do like the looks. I don't know what his position is. I don't like. I must admit, I don't know if I like him in that front free row on the right hand side. I don't think that's his position. I think we don't have it. I honestly believe that Aribo's been played there because he's the best of the bad bunch option at the moment,
right, okay.
And we need to. Anyway, on you go, mate.
You don't see him going into that position. Fox, you've liked him for day one, and I remember you commenting on his speed, his pace, and you thought there was a player in there. So what's your thoughts now, mate?
First of all, I'd like to say on the age thing, and MD with a regular pulse is a young man for me.
That's everybody on here then.
Aye, apart from myself. Aribo's a terrific player. Kamara's a terrific player. Arfield is in there for his work rate because we've had to alter the midfield with Stephen Davis being missing. This is a terrific team he's put together, mate. And it's not a case of we've got to win. We will win. We are Rangers. We will win this game.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that, Bridgeman. I love that.
You know, these are the kind of words you love to hear, isn't it? You know, we are Rangers, and we're starting. I'll say this from the start of this season all the way up to now. We're starting to see players changing into we are Rangers, you know, and they're fighting for the jersey. They're fighting all the way through, and it's been nice to see. And I thought Thursday night was marvellous. Obviously, Thursday night, similar to other games we've had in the past, we failed to sort of hold out. And that's a mixture of fitness and game management. For some reason or other, we seem to manage the game. We get a wee bit of pressure on us, and we tend to panic a wee bit. But hopefully, the further we go on to competitions, the more experience we get playing together, good stuff. We should be able to manage that. But I think it'll come. I'm so proud of them. And I agree with Fox today. Those words, marvellous. We're Rangers. We're going to win this. That's what we need to. That's what we need. That attitude's got to be right into their head. We're Rangers, we're going to win this. And go and tell them. Tell them before you go into the park. Tell them in the tunnel. We're Rangers, we're going to leather you. See what happens.
I always remember talking to a Rangers player and we were talking away and we were just talking about how does it feel, you know, when you're walking out. He says, the teams I played in with Rangers, he says, it was amazing. He says, you're walking out and you're going through the tunnel. He says, nobody needed to tell you anything, Bridgeman, because even though you were the same size as the player next to you, you felt a bit taller than them. And he says that the players that you were playing against, whether it be Motherwell, whether it be anybody else, he says, they felt weird. You could see them, they weren't the same as you. They were looking kind of at you a wee bit off. And he says, and that was you. You were a goal up before you went out. He says, and it was a fantastic feeling because the minute the whistle went, you knew you had that out of them. He says that the likes of playing foreign teams in that was a wee bit different. They didn't quite know you. He says, and you had to grow into that. Like he says, but when you were playing against teams in Scotland, most games you were going out there, and a lot of the battle was won in the dressing room. And he says when I left Rangers and went to other teams, he tried to tell them that. So don't be intimidated when you go into the tunnel. He says because they'll sight you out, they'll beat you. If you let them beat you in the tunnel, you'll get beat. And maybe they've lost a wee bit of that, and I hope we get that back.
I think some of that's coming back, mate. I think people look at the team and then they look to who's guiding the team, and there's a bit of aura that we never had for a long, long time.
Yeah. Did any of you manage to catch it was a couple of weeks ago, and it was an English game, Premiership game, and it was Graham Souness. And see what Cairo's used after saying there. Graham Souness, I can't remember what game it was, and the players were rushed on in the tunnel and they're all hugging each other and shaking hands. And Graham Souness says, what do they think they're doing here? He says, they're going to play a game of football, it's a battle. He says, and they're all shaking their opponent's hand and curling them in the tunnel. He says, it's a battle out there. He said, you should be showing the opposing team you're ready for a battle. So Cairo's 100% right. And I don't know if it was Graham Souness that Cairo was talking to, but that's exactly how he felt. And obviously that's what he instilled in his team at Ibrox, and obviously when he played for Liverpool and anybody else. So you want the team to go out there and stand in the tunnel and make the other team feel that they're fearful of you. Never mind our shaking hands. Shaking hands is for after the 90 minutes is finished. So let's go out and win it well.
All right, so how's it gone today, Bridgeman?
1-0 for me, but going on 20. Right, on a mollication.
Cairo, how do you see it going, mate?
3-1, 3-0, something like that. 3.
All right, 3. Yeah. Max messaged me. He's been conservative today. He's gone for 5-0. JFK.
I'm going to go for 3-0.
3-0. Bear down under.
I'm going to go for 4-1, Morelos hat-trick. With a Kent penalty.
If Morelos gets a hat-trick today, I think that'd take him to 29.
Oh, Bear, that'd be fantastic if that could happen. That'd be wonderful.
If
my
Morelos
goodness.
gets a hat trick,
Is there any reason why it couldn't happen?
No, not at
No,
all.
of course not.
You're right, mate.
Of course not.
Realistically, guys, let's be honest. If we're going to score goals, let's be honest. Where are we going to get them for?
It's a good point. Morelos scores the vast majority of our goals, but Fox,
without a doubt, but I can see more than him chipping in the day. I hope our full-backs play to their full potential. Barisic and Tav will get up their wings and supply the balls into the box. The midfield need to get into the box and help Alfredo today. And I see Joe Aribo scoring today as well. 2-0 for the Rangers.
All right, okay. And when we get this penalty kick, who's taking it today for you, Fox?
Tav.
Ryan Kent. Ryan Kent.
I don't know why he was ever took off the penalty kicks. I think people have been reading forums and he did this or he did that. He's the most consistent penalty kick taker we've got is Tav. Always on target. Doesn't he hit the ball at the goalkeeper? He finds a corner. Sometimes he hits the post, but he's still the best penalty kick taker we've got.
Anybody disagree with it? Oh, you did Bear Down Under. You went for Kent.
I reckon that they've guys. I don't think we are sitting on the outside looked in. It's obviously they're training and they're having pots and all the rest of it. And I reckon it's an order. Tav said he's got a good run. He said a fair crack at it, but don't forget he missed a few. They've put on Morelos, and obviously what's happened to Morelos. And I reckon maybe Ryan Kent's in order to take a crack at one. I don't think it's maybe right fair to go back to Tavernier, but that's why I said Morelos hat-trick, Ryan Kent penalty. I'll stand by that. 4-1.
Bridgeman, who's taking it for you?
I personally, for me, I would want Morelos to take him. But Fox is right with Tavernier. They're sometimes hot and cold, but seriously, he has scored an enormous amount of penalties for us. So I dare say we should trust him as a captain. But I'd love to see Morelos taking all our penalties seriously, just to boost his goal scoring as well.
Cairo then JFK.
On you go. I'm doing something. Sorry.
JFK.
Morelos. Manager's made the decision. He's taking it off Tav, gave it to Alfredo. Continue with Alfredo.
He's in the seat at the moment, yeah?
I would say so, yeah.
All right, okay, I get that. Bridgeman, is this the biggest game of the season?
Absolutely. This is the biggest game of our season. I'm not being funny when I say these things. And when you look back to the previous big game, which was the sort of the European game, then before that it was them, and before that it was Aberdeen. Huge games, every single one of them, massive games. We need 3 points today, so it's the biggest game in our season. This one, we need 3 points.
For me, Fox, we need to be top of the league when the game's done today. It's imperative.
We will be top of the league when this game finishes.
I love it. I love your confidence.
Look, it's only the biggest game this weekend. We've played in a lot of big games this season, and this is only the next in the line. And I think we'll be successful and stroll out easy winners today. We've got the better players. We're playing well as a side, creating plenty of chances. Alfredo's taking a lot of chances, so I don't fear for us against Motherwell whatsoever.
Can I ask a question on that? When you mentioned Motherwell, just dumped my head there. See something about their manager being arrested or something? Do you know anything about that, Fox?
Friday night, 2 weeks before Christmas, is always dodgy with people get involved with the police.
Right. So do we know any story behind it? Do we know if anything's happened?
I don't think we should be commenting on that, Bridge. People get arrested for all sorts of things, as JFK would tell you.
I was never done for all sorts of things.
Can I say something about what Fox says there?
Yes,
I mean, I come back to my theme that I've been saying. It is a big game for me, for the reason that it's the same thing I'm looking for the day if we can get through it or no. The Foxes said we're making chances, we're scoring goals. We made loads of chances on Thursday in the first half, never scored. Last weekend was a absolute mystery how we never won. So we're making chances, but we've not been scoring them. And that's my big worry. It's this bloody block we seem to have. So we've a chance of going forward today and taking the lead for maybe at least an hour anyway. And we'll see if they come through. And it is a big game for that reason for me. I know it's the biggest game this weekend, but in the whole getting through and getting away for this lot, every game's going to be a big game, but this one's particularly big in as much as this is another chance to burst that glass ceiling. And if we don't take it today, then it makes me even more worried about it. So that's how I think it's a big game.
I see your point, Cairo. I see your point. For me, when we finish this 90 minutes, we need to be sitting top of the league. Goal difference isn't that important, but we need to be sitting a point clear for me. GFK?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. It's not no ifs and buts. No matter if it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, nothing. At the end of the day, we need the 3 points. And let's put, if it is any pressure onto the puddle drinkers later on in the day. As I say to you, I know they're playing at home, but I think that the way the spoon burners are playing now, I think that there's a chance they might take something off them. Let's hope so. But we must make sure that we get the 3 points first and foremost. That's more important, no matter what happens there. Yeah.
Well, thanks for everybody for joining us in the call. Bournemouth player who's, I was going to say no longer with us, but that sounds a bit...
That's bad. That's bad.
He's no longer in the call. Thanks to Bournemouth, all the lads on the call. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Team of all. We support the Glasgow Rangers, do not Ibrox is the place, and we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. It's true, the magic boys in blue are the best team in the land. You've got to cure and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Ago the story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plane. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest